engagements. So I was most of the time I fell asleep. I miss it. So
Okay, welcome.
thank you, and thank you for continuing the work.
Yeah, my man.
At one time,
Thank you too. I'm not
I
holding
was
it down.
backstage. I was backstage listening to you guys.
Yeah. Yeah, so let me once again apologize, for coming up. I was kind of facing a little technical problem here. Can you imagine I sent a link 2 different times, but later did I get to know that, there was a serious problem with the internet here. And so, but anyway, it is great that we are here once again. Before we go further, let me welcome you people once again, and also welcome our listening audience to this edition of the program, The Nighttime Spin, with me, Stephen Compton, and our team of panelists there from the United States of America. And we are here this Monday evening up to Tuesday morning to discuss things that matter much to our nation and the livelihood of our citizen of this country. And so we are here once again. So we are continuing playing the Freedom Cash giveaway. Continue playing the Freedom Cash giveaway. As I told you earlier on, I'm only going to do the next set of draw. Depending on how well you are going to play. So this is a challenge out to every one of you now. We have like 5 person who is supposed to give out 20,000 to, according to what we are seeing here. So all you need to do is to just dial *799 *70#, right? And that would take you straight to your mobile account. That's a Liberty and a US account. And so just choose whatsoever which one of the accounts you have money in, whether the Liberty or the US. And in the Liberty account, you just need to have 200 Liberian dollars or above. And in the US account, you need to have one dollar 50 cent United States dollars. Now that's what I'm talking about, and just stand a chance to win for yourself 20,000 Liberian dollars. Yes, this is rare. Many people are wondering, but this is the Freedom Golden Jackpot. So keep playing, and the more you play, the better the chances are to win. So back to our team. So how was the weekend, Mr. Reeves and Mr. Masale?
Well, the weekend, it was good as usual. Here in America, I'm always programmed. I can say we. I don't know much about Sally's
Yeah, my man.
schedule, but it is a routine. Weekend, we spend it with family and also the big family, which is the church,
Mm.
immediate family, who's your family. So that's how I usually spend my weekend. It's a routine.
Yeah, so
If I'm not
mhm.
physically in the church building, uh, sometimes I do online church. Just go into our church worship service time and follow up. This gone Sunday, of course, we met at the church. And the next thing was to go in the various communities. And we call that giving back to the community. They give gas to drivers, buy gas for them, or whether grocery, or whether go to the bagels store or McDonald's, whatever that need to be done, give back to the community. So that was last Sunday.
Okay, so I don't really know, but you are coming in a bit broken. I don't know whether you can just do some adjustment at the end there so that we can be able to, get it clear. But while you are doing that, let me go straight up to Mr. Masale too, and just hear from him. Mr. Masale, how was it from your end as well?
Yeah, my man. The weekend wasn't bad. At least,
Mm.
whew, it is what it is. Left for
Yeah,
me.
I understand.
Yeah, the weekend I'm always busy working.
Mm.
Yes. Over the weekend, I have to go to work, and today,
Okay.
first day of the week, again, started work with a bad. Today is a bad working day.
Wow.
Yes, my backbone. I got to work this morning. I got a resignation letter on my desk. I was like, wow.
A letter of resignation for whom?
Mm, one of my worker in the office.
Oh wow, that's
Like
sad.
I normally get up from work 4 o'clock, but I
Mm,
just got home 30 minutes ago because I had a lot to do today. So I'm going to be having a basic working week till I can get somebody to fill that space. But the weekend
okay.
wasn't bad, at least because mean Monday to Friday I'm really busy, but Saturday and
Mhm.
Sunday I work, but not that much. So I have a
Yeah.
good weekend as well.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so quickly, let me hold you there. I just received a text message from one of our listeners here. This person, I think, this person, yeah. So this is what you need to do. Yeah, this person is asking us to go about playing because we have limited time now, and yes, yeah, we will definitely do that. We definitely do the draw. So this is what you need to do. The person who just sent a text, it seems that the person is finding it difficult. So you need to dial star 799 hash. No, star 799 star, right? Yes, star 799 star 70 hash, right? Star 799 star 70 hash. That's the code. The moment you press that, you wait a little bit, probably 1 or 2 seconds. It takes you straight to your mobile account dashboard, right? The moment it takes you there, you'll be asked as to whether you want to use your US account or your Liberty account. So in your Liberty account, you need to have 200 or above, and in the US account, you need to have $1.50, right? So if you have that in your account, you just press the number you want to play with, and it will carry straight to where you're supposed to put in your pin code. The moment you put in your pin code, you stand a chance to win 20,000 Liberian dollars. And as I told you, coming up in 5 minutes time, I'll be doing our next draw while we are on the show here. So while we are on the show, keep playing, because the more you play, the better the chances are to win. So keep playing. Okay, so I'm back to my team now. Yeah, so let me see what I can bring back, Mr. Reeves. Yes, Mr. Solomon Barker Reeves, because we're not actually getting you. Yeah, so can you just speak out a little bit? Let me see what we get you here.
Okay. Are you hearing me now?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You are more clearer than it was earlier on. So thank you. Yeah, so yeah, so we are here, and Liberia is here. Uh, Mr. Masali was asking me, how's LRB? Yeah, the country is here, and there are a lot of things happening. There are a lot of things happening. You know, these kind of things are happening normally. I always experience, like, for the past years, most especially during the time of the former president doing his leadership. I experienced these things that are happening lately during the last 2 years. You know, that's the time things were somehow tense. Yes, you know, when it comes to the issue of politics and all these kind of things. But I don't know, you know, and somebody may say people just angry. Nobody knows, but everybody just angry in Liberia here. Everywhere you go, you see people complaining. Everybody just angry and all these kind of things. So as I told you, the country is here, and one of the things that we are actually experiencing in Liberia here is the issue that has to do with the flood, right? So most of the communities are, as I learned, one of the communities in St. Paul Bridge, that's on the Bush Road Island. There was a serious flood there, somewhere around the Bush Road Island. But the country is somehow, I can say, yes, most especially the people of District 16, I bereaved. Yes, prior to the show time, we got an information about the death of former Monserrato County senatorial aspirant. That's a candidate. That's the man, Honorable Musa SB Dolly, right? I'm told he contested 2017. Yes, 2017 in District 16. Yes, Musa Dolly. We got an information from reliable source that Mr. Dolly died. And so, during the course of the show time, we also call one of the closer persons to him. Yes, he was a politician. Yes, he was a politician, and he contested 2017 in Monserrato County District 16. And also, I'm told he was an aspiring a candidate. Yes, during the senatorial election year, 2023. Yeah, this just ended election. So that's one of uh, the saddest news for us. Most especially the people of District number 16. Yes, Musa Dole is dead from reliable source. And so we extend our sympathy to the bereaved families and also to the people of District number 16, Monserrato County. He was a guy who I knew as a kid coming up there. School in Nikutan. He was somebody who was so friendly. I think a lot of people knew him, and so yeah. So that's just what it is now. Yes.
Well, you mentioned that some of the stuff that going on in a country, especially you start experiencing them.
Mm,
The latter, I mean, the last 2 years in Ria's administration,
mm,
and you went as far as talking about a flood. So I don't
yeah.
know whether there was no flood.
No, 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 no. My take was not actually about the flow. I think I talked
Oh,
about
okay.
that later. I'm just talking about the political tension. I have to say we just have a month or two, to elections. That's just something I was just trying to say
Oh,
because,
okay. I thought the
yeah,
flood was,
yeah.
was part of
No,
those things that happened.
no, 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 no. It's just something a natural disaster I cannot attribute to a specific period of time. It's something that happens most of the time. So.
Yeah, so some of the things that are going on in a country that is of concern. Is that what you want us to?
Yeah, so I just thought to talk about the death news about of this uh one of our politicians who passed out. Yeah, so I just thought to talk
Was
about
it was it in government or he was an aspirant?
that.
He,
Yes, and aspiring and also a candidate as well. But
well,
uh
being a candidate, did he serve in government as either lawmaker
no, no,
or?
no, 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 no. I can remember he contested 2017 in I think District 16. Yes, District 16, but he didn't win. Yes, I think the current lawmaker won that election, and he also won the 2023 election as well. Yes, so I really don't know whether he was working in government, but at the level of the national legislature, no, he was not working there.
Because as usual, when we hear the death news of a family member of a prominent Liberian or anybody for that matter that is of concern, we usually uh, extend our condolences to the bereaved family and things like
Hmm.
instead of having it as a topic of discussion. That's what I was asking. But if he
Yeah,
was,
yeah. So it was just something. It was just something that we're actually talking in passing, and so let me just update you people with some major happenings. I'm told, or I guess, it's something that you are already informed about. But let me just bring it out. Probably we can choose one of these topics to talk about this evening, and so The Economic Community of West African States scheduled a meeting with former President Josh Weah. A few days ago, the former president complained the Boyka Coons administration about some happenings in the country with a reference to the recent protest action at the headquarters of the Congress for Democratic Change last Thursday. And so, this, among many things, the former president, was able to draw the that body attention to things that are happening in the country, and so he called on them to intervene and see how best to protect uh, the cherished democracy of our country. And so, upon receiving that communication, the Liberian leader was able to, or better still, ECOWAS were able to respond to the former Liberian leaders' communication to have them informed that yes, we have received your communication, and we will be having a meeting. Uh, yes, so we'll be having a meeting with you, and so the meeting was scheduled for today, but up to now, up to this program time, we didn't get any information as to whether the meeting was an outcome of the meeting, and so that's one. And so the national legislature will be returning. Uh, they will be returning to the house, and they will reconvene for the second special session of the 55th national legislature. And so they will be looking at the issue that has to do with the recast of budget and other emergency issues in the country. And so, another thing, as we're told, yeah. So, yeah. So, there what we have it. These are things that are unfolding in the country as we speak. Are we there?
Yes. Solo,
Yes.
you there?
Yeah, I'm here. So what is
Mhm.
your take on it? Especially the ECOWAS persons. I think they were invited by the former president regarding some things in the country. That is the matter. That is, I think we need to talk about that.
Okay. So let me just hold you there a little bit, and let's get this person on the line before we close on this segment of our program. Good morning.
Yes,
Did you play the Freedom Cash giveaway?
yes.
Yeah. Okay. So your name, please.
Victor Baguio.
Victor Baulo.
Baguio.
Okay. So how many times did you play?
One time.
Okay. So you just won for yourself 20,000 Liberian dollars. Just wait a little bit. The money will be sent to you.
Thank you.
Yeah. So okay. So the money will be sent to you.
Me on a thinker.
You said
That you
what's the name?
destroy.
What's the name there?
Hawa Cooper.
Hawa Cooper, right?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Congratulations. You receive your money. If you receive that, please call us. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. All right. Congratulations. Thank you also. All right. So okay. So yeah. So yeah. So I just needed to call this person. So let's go back to our team. Yes. So you were in flight.
Yes. So yes. So as I was saying, yes, I think we heard it that the former president, President Weah, he wrote ECOWAS in regards to what's happening in the country. Yes, because everybody, the whole of Liberia, in and out of Liberia, where every Liberians are, we all know, or President Wakai, he's a man with integrity. Yes, he's a man that came with transparency. He's a man that came with experience. and to lead the country the right way. But we are seeing the opposite. And as for me, as for my own thinking, I
Mm.
think a President excuse me, rather, a President Boakai, if he can redirect his plan, he will be remembered as the most lawless president ever in the history of Liberia. Because for President Boakai to come to power, and he will be doing something, and he know what he's doing is against the law. I don't know who are his advisors, and he will go ahead and do it. Even when Supreme Court come out and say, "Oh no, it's supposed to be like that," he don't. If you the Supreme Court, that's the highest court in the country. If
Mhm.
you the president will be above the Supreme Court, then I don't think we are all for peace. And according to who the Joker, the
Mm.
CSA
Josiah
boss,
Joker.
when
Mhm.
yeah, Josiah Joker, when he said everything that they are doing in the country, the
Mm.
president is in the know of it. There is
Mhm.
nothing that they are doing that the president don't know about.
Mm.
And we are seeing those things that are happening in the country. It undermines the peace and stability of the country.
Okay.
If we can get a sitting president in the country today that he has not yet even talked to the former president, he don't talk to him, nothing, and they can. The former president have been disrespected, have been humiliated, and
Mhm.
the sitting president is aware of everything, and he don't say a word. That alone, for me, I don't know what people will say about it, and I don't even say want to know. I would say Liberia is not peaceful
Mm.
because see what's going on in the country every night. Then we saw what happened 2 times in the 1 August month, what the police have done to the CDC party headquarters. You see, and we got a city president that don't speak on those things. And people say President Weah was bobo. Things happening in the country, he can't say anything about it. He was bobo. And now we have getting the most competent president.
Mm.
What is he saying about things that are happening in the country? And his officials making us to understand that everything that happening in the country, he's in the know of it.
Mhm.
And for everything that they are doing, the president is in the full knowledge of everything that they are doing in the country.
Mm.
And we are seeing those things that are happening in the country. It undermines the peace and stability of the country. And we experience war in Liberia. What are some of those things that brought the war? If you get a president that is lawless, he's not respecting the law, illegal dismissal of people, abusing the constitution, the code of conduct, these are things that led up to the war. We experienced 14 years of civil crisis in the country. And
Mhm.
now we got a president who served in government for 42 years and he know all of these things. And he come to power today, this city continue to happen. Illegal dismissal, even the sitting president, the constitution is the one that brought you to power. And today you have no respect for the constitution. That alone. So why if they decide to use the same constitution to get you from out of power? What going to happen in the country? Now CDC, they are the biggest political party in the country. I'm seeing Liberia pretty soon. Liberia going to be like where we are, America, two-party system, Unity
Mhm.
Party and CDC. Get higher, we get Democrat and Republican. I see us going in that direction pretty soon. And if President, we are happy to wear ECWA. That was he took a great step. And I see other people are listening to people today. They are saying President Weah didn't honor or the ECOWAS when he got rid of Cabinet Janet. ECOWAS came up with this. And why is he today rating ECOWAS? But today we saw he wrote ECOWAS and ECOWAS came. Why? Because President Weah, he served as peace ambassador. He worked with ECOWAS and he know the procedure. You see, why if tomorrow something happen in the country between sedition and unity party, and they know he is the standard bearer of CDC, and tomorrow his name will be on the ECWA will say, oh my man, you work with all those years and you fight to bring peace in our country. We work along with you to bring peace to Liberia. Even if we get a president today that is not respecting the laws, he's undermining the peace of the country. I think we expect you to reach out to us. You can't even say, oh yeah, you will not reach out to us because the president, he has become a lawless president, he's undermining the peace, and you suffer to bring peace to that country. All Liberians in and around the world, people who were in those various refugee camps, they can attest to it. Joe, we have visited all the refugee camps that they had around the world, all in Africa where Liberians were. And he went there, he did things for them. He talked about peace. And the peace today we get in Liberia, we know he was one of those people that worked along with United Nations, ECOWAS, to bring peace to that country. Madam Sadiq in our country, she did her best to maintain the peace in our country. And Madam Sadiq, the peace she maintained in our country was because she had the, the peacekeeping troop. They were staying in our country. All we were in our country throughout her 12 years. And she left. And President Weah took over. There was nothing like Omio in our country, and he maintained the peace. And today, President Bwaka, you came in power. There is nothing like Omio in our country. And then you continue to undermine the peace and stability of the country. Because if you and your official can be dismissing people illegally, carry on witch hunt, those people, they are hurt. You see, that alone is dividing the country. I continue to say this. If President Bwaka cannot redirect his plan, Liberia will not be peaceful under his administration. Because if you get a president that since he came to power, he get nothing to discuss when it comes to reconciliation, to call reconciliation message to the entire country, call everybody to say, let's try and see how to reconcile the country, let's unite this country. Nothing like that he has done. And all those things are happening in the country, he know. The country is heavily divided. You and the former president are speaking. His followers and your followers, they don't even say meet every now and then. And you are weaponizing the police against the citizens of the country. You are weaponizing the army against the people of the country. That alone is undermining the peace and stability of the country. In the police, you will have sedition, you will have UP. In the army, you will have sedition, you will have UPs. So if you continue to do the thing, God forbid, the day something strike us in our country, where are we heading to? We experience war in our country. So President Weah took a great step, and I think that was the best thing he did, to carry the complaint to ECOWAS, for ECOWAS to come in, let them know, since the ascendancy of Mr. Bwakai, what are those things that have been happening in this country and that still happening in the country, that President Weah sees as the country being unstable, and those things undermine the peace and stability of the country. That's why he called our attention to tell you, President Weah, he's a peaceful man. Madam Sadi maintain the peace in that country. He maintain the peace, and President Bwaka now, he's not maintaining the peace in that country. And this is troubling, this is alarming, and it need to be taken care of. I think so. What President Weah did, for me, that was the best thing he did. Let ECOWAS come and try to talk to him, talk to President Bwakai, let them see how they can put the country together. Liberia is nobody's legacy that their parents left with them. Madam Sadi's President Taylor Kim, he gone. Madam Sadi Kim, she gone. President Weah Kim, he gone. Now it's Joseph Bwakai. He will go to another person will come. It's nobody legacy. Don't come and be president of Liberia. You feel that, oh yes, only you entitled to the country. No, everybody entitled to the country. President Bwakai, you are not a president of Unity Party. You are a president of the Republic of Liberia and all Liberians. You are not a president for any political party. The time for elections are over. You won the election. It is time to govern. You cannot win an election as a president and you stay in campaign mood. You win election. Why are you still angry? This is so sad. So for me, I appreciate the former president for what he did, and we'll wait to hear and see what ECOWAS got to say to the past leader and the present leader, and then we'll see which direction we'll be heading to. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very much for the statements. The situation in the country, yes, that approach, I think that was the first of its kind for a president or former president to a complaint to the ACOS body, the immediate body of that jurisdiction
Mm.
for that part of the country. Um, we have to have in mind if we really want for things to work out fine. What is going on in Liberia? It's just that people don't pay attention, and people are not objective. Most of the people they are not objective. We just play political party game.
Mm.
The same thing here. Uh, there was a time where uh, President of course, people will say now that we're not talking about United States president, but President Donald Trump, before he could become president, there were cases that levied against him, and they went through those stuff. And the federal government, um, they said those they were out of statute of limitation. They made decision and they allowed President Trump to to take part in the election and took part in the 2016 election. He won. Then
Mm.
they changed it around again when he wanted to run, and they said the same case that were thrown out, they sent it
Mm.
to the state because the states they have their way of doing things just to make this person to be convicted. And I don't know. So I'm making this point. I'm not even going to go in detail. But I'm making this point to say that if the Supreme Court make a decision, if we're to be objective, if we're to be law abiding, then
Mm.
of course we'll look at it that way and say, okay, the Supreme Court has made a decision. For example, somebody mentioned about the judge that was dismissed illegally
Mm.
under President Weah's administration,
Mm.
and the problem was taken to ECOWAS, uh, and then either ECOWAS didn't do anything or ECOWAS reading was disregarded by the Weah administration.
Mhm.
Uh, there was another instance where the former First Lady of the Republic of Liberia, Madam Nancy Doe, where there was an issue and the Liberian government was not able to resolve the issue. They went to ECOWAS. ECOWAS awarded a decision on that. And of course, the Liberian government did not pay attention to that. So if people are saying, look, President Weah ignore the decision of the ECOWAS
Mhm.
body, then why now he want to seek refuge or seek redress from ECOWAS
Mhm.
government? That's why people made that statement. So it was right in place. And I think if there's a situation where we are not able to find solution, and we know that we have an established authority within a West Africa region, and they make decision regarding the situation that will resolve some of these problems, then we have to pay attention.
Mm.
Um, we know that the problem in Liberia, the suffering that is in Liberia, all of those stuff, okay, they were starting during Weah's administration, and it was not just because of Weah's administration, but we have this economic, global economic problems, and those
Mm.
global economic problem they were all over the place. Liberia being a country that depend on donors for small operation, we are not of any exception. But
Mm.
because people are not objective, because people when they want political power, they will say all kinds of things. So when we were saying the problem, the economic problem that is happening in Liberia is not because of George Weah. They said it was because of President George Weah. And of course, when President George Weah um, gave up the power by the ballot box.
Mhm.
Um, so the same problem is going, and then they are telling us that listen to BBC or listen to this because the problem is not is
It's
not
a
is
global
not
issue.
it's a
Mhm.
global issue. So
Mm.
and that is a fact. But when we were talking about it, they were not paying attention.
Mm.
And one thing that we have to take into consideration to avoid some of these things in our country, because what is going on today in our world is not the democracy that we knew before. There are the different movements, even in America here, in Europe, and all over the place. And Liberia is not an exemption. So what is going on? When I became part to support President, we are re-election. I'm not a citizen. I always say that. But anytime we're having something, the citizen will make it that only the president belongs to them. when we going somewhere, the focus will be on citizen. They will now reach out. Uh, the way it's supposed to have been, the way they reach out to citizen, they will now reach out to other Liberians. And then when we go, it will just CDC. When a situation started during the CDC government, um, people were protesting and all of that. But Unity Party did not say, oh, we're the Unity Party doing this and all of that. They were able to allow the people of Liberia to do their stuff. But we want to be the one to engineer it, and people look at it. Oh well, because the people are no longer in power, they are causing this problem. If we do not desist from that, to be very very wise, because people that are suffering from this dismissal from position because they did not vote for the Unity Party government and all those stuff. There are ordinary people that are going through it and what have you. So the ordinary people can champion any situation that is in the country. And President Weah, as a political leader, he is not the chairman of the party. Of course, as a political leader, he has the right to give advice. But most of as anything that has to do with political party, it's always tension and what have you. So you, as the former standard bearer of the political party, because when election is coming, you're going to go through primary, if not primary, they're going to choose who's going to be the standard bearer. So we know that he's a political leader, but the party has their right to do whatever they're supposed to do if they have a good leadership, which I'm convinced that they do have a good leadership stuff. So when the political party, when they are doing their stuff, and you as the standard bearer or former standard bearer of the political party or the political leader of the party, you don't have the overall decision over the party, or you can make suggestion, but the executive council, whatever they have, they will make the decision. So if President Weah will come up if the party doing certain things, and you would step in to be the overall decision maker in that, it will always trickle a conflict, because they see him not as former president of the Republic of Liberia, but they see him as a political party that also doing all of this stuff. So in other countries, when the president is no longer serving as president, the leadership of the party, they will do everything. And if there is anything going on, the political leader will be in the background to give information that need to be addressed by the political leader. He will not be in the forefront. Here, when Obama was out of office, he doesn't, in public view, will run the affairs of the Democratic Party. They run it in the background, and then the political leaders, they will come in the forefront. If we don't do that, then other people, anytime they see President Weah talking or saying something, they look at it from a political party point of view. Some people, they will, when they are not in power, they set back the President Weah been doing. He left the country for some times and what have you. So other people, what they will do when they come in the country, continue their humanitarian work that they were doing before they became president. They continue to do that, and they leave the leadership of the party with the party leadership. And if there's anything that is going on, you call the leadership in the background, and you give them advice. But where you have people who have been considered militant, doing other region to be the voice of the party, to be the eye of the party, it's always going to create some things that President Weah is not, which is this conflict, this fighting and all those stuff. But to make long matter short, seditions, they are Liberian. They should not emphasize, oh, we are sedition, and all. Liberian people are suffering. I'm not saying they should not say they are not sedition, but it is the Liberian people that are suffering. So if CDC came to empower the Liberian people, to give life to the Liberian people, not everybody that CDC empower or gave life to or do certain thing, they are sedition. But we always put on the uniform as CDC, and then when serious matter comes, then people look at it at, oh, that CDC causing trouble. We need to arrange how we can do this stuff. President Weah did a good thing of inviting other people to come, because right now the disrespect for him is very, very grave.
Okay.
and it has not been done to any president in the history of Liberia but him, which we don't like, and we want for this current government to desist from that. You shouldn't have people who hate
Okay.
the president and they continue to do stuff against the president, and then
Mm,
you hammer them in your government. This is the problem that we have. So we
okay.
that need to be addressed. CDC needs to know that they are not in power; they are citizens, and anybody that attack any other citizen as an opposition, you speak along with the people. But let the people take the law in their own hands, and then you can give some advice, but not to be in the forefront.
Okay. Oh, so anyway, thank you so much. Mr. Masale, are you there? He's backstage, right?
Um, yeah, he
Yes,
just
I'm here.
Oh, okay. All right. That's fine. All right. And so let me appreciate you people for, your analysis on this particular topic. I really appreciate that. It brings a lot of sense to, the discussion. Yes. So there is something I want to address a little bit, or probably I want to understand. And so, Mr. Reeves, in other words, I think if I get what you said, is that when it comes to these kind of issues, that this kind of political issue, are you somehow saying that the former president probably should be at a backstage, maybe offer some pieces of advice to some of the party hierarchies to take the forefront when it comes to this issue that are affecting the party or probably the country? Is
uh,
that what you're trying to say?
yeah, that's how it's supposed to be. The
Okay.
president, we know that he was the standard bearer. No, 2 elections, he was not the standard bearer. Well,
Mm.
not two, maybe two or
I think one, the one I brought in,
one, one,
2011,
of-
Winston
one,
Hammond,
one, one time.
Winston Tubman, Winston Tubman, sorry.
Yes, I think either 2 times or 1 time where he
Yeah, one
served.
time.
Yeah,
Vaz, right?
yes, and he served as vice
Yeah,
and
that's
everything.
2011. 2011, he served as vice to Winston Tubman.
Yeah, as the political leader, okay, the political leader, you are there to give the advice. You empower your political party. That's why you have the chairman of the party and all of those stuff. Okay, if most of this stuff can be done in the background, and then he will give them the advice that they're supposed to. But right now, in mental, well, I don't want to use that word, but we know that he is the political leader. The
Hmm.
party is built around him. Okay, but technically, the political leader of the party or the standard bearer of the party, who becomes the political leader of the party, is done when
Mm.
election is coming. The people will elect that person to be the standard bearer.
Mhm.
So with all of these things, after election, after serving the people of Liberia, it is a responsibility of the political leader to be in the background to make sure that the political party is run smoothly by
Mm.
the leaders of the political party. Uh, because maybe the president is on the executive council or on the
Mm.
executive council. Maybe there are other people that are supposed to make decision, and he just there as observer or whatever he has to say. I don't know how their leadership is structured, but
Yeah, yeah. So, mhm.
so if you empower the political party, the leadership of the political party, and you sit in the back, uh, it would be a different approach
Mm.
than for them to listen to you. Some of the stuff that you say, sometimes they don't like it. They don't want to abide by it, and then it
Mm.
becomes a problem. But I think President we love him. Again, that's why I said to people, I'm not a sedition, but because President Weah is a sedition and
Mm.
President Weah is the political leader of the party, so his sedition applied to me or to us as we are Shen. And
Mm.
of course, there's no well we are Shen, but based on that ideology, we say we are Shen because we support President Weah. So as
Okay.
supporter of President Weah, there are things that we will advise him as a political leader to do so that you can be in the background because the election is over. You are considered a political leader, but the structure of the political party, because everybody that on the executive, they gave their vote when it comes to whatever they think, however they want to do it. So that's what I'm saying. It would be good for President. We have to continue doing his humanitarian work. And if anything that is going on, all of these stuff that are going on, the Liberian people are seeing it. For you to see a president who just left the office yesterday and you deny him the right that other VIPs have, to deny him that right, we know that that is very, very wrong. Very, very wrong. And that they have done that twice. But it is the people that's supposed to bring this to the attention of the government, even if the people want to protest. The people will do that. All we can do as citizens, or we are sharing, all we can do is that this is what going on. The people seen it. But when we want to protest, we want to have either sole uniform, so that, and we know we cannot give the uniform to everybody or the t-shirt to everybody. So, but then we say, oh, okay, and people see it, they say, well, this is CDC that doing this. They're not seeing it that the Liberian people, they are fed up with this, but because they see a group of people from the CDC angle, they're doing all of this stuff just to, other people look at it just to interfere with the smooth operation of the current government. People they will see it that way. If you want to avoid all of those things, then you do it the right way. Give the leadership of the party to the party leadership, and you as the political leader, you give whatever advice you can give, work along with them, and continue to do your humanitarian work, even if it is something to make farm, to make sure that you have sufficient food to help other people. And what if you continue to do it? What he was doing when he was not president, going from at the time he was going from camp to camp, because there were the other people already suffering. So President Weah was doing things that other people, including President Joseph Yima Boaga, never did. When the Liberian people they were stranded, they were suffering and all those stuff. So President Weah is a humanitarian, and the people requested for him to come to help solve the problem in Liberia. President Weah came, and he always can say that I'm not a politician, but the people told me to come to help them, and that's what I'm here. So President Weah can go through the people, and not just the political party, but go through the people, and the people will make their case to the government. But if it is CDC that is doing it, you will look at it, oh, because they are not in government, this is why they are doing what they are doing, and that's the point that I'm making.
Okay, yeah. So, yeah. So, yeah, just come in, just come in. Yeah. Just come in. Yeah.
Oh, yes, to what Solomon said. Yes, it makes sense. It makes sense. President Weah, he was a humanitarian. Everybody know him, a humanitarian, a peaceful man, and he came to the presidency. Today, he's not there. You see, yes, what Solomon is saying, yes, it's good for President Weah to be aside, and he continue to do his humanitarian work, and let those people be there. Well, actually, you see, like even in Liberia, when something happening, you will hear people will be talking, oh, President Weah talk for all, President Weah talk for all. This man, he's the only person so far in Liberia. Yeah, there are other political parties, but this is something that I always thinking about. All those people that were running to be president in that country, since the election finished, we can hear nothing. Everything that happening in the country, all the hulu balu, they said that, everybody keep it quiet. See how our country is going in the kind of disarray position. Nobody is saying anything. And then when sedition talk, people say they are not the rightful people to bring the message because they just left from power. But Unity Party said for 12 years, as soon they left from power, when President Weah took over, in less than 6 months, they started protesting, doing all kinds of things in our country. Why today, when seditions are talking, you say they are not the rightful people to preach the message? Then who are the rightful people?
But let me hold you over there. Since a conversation, right? When CDC took over, all the major protests you saw in there, it was not labeled as Unity Party protest. We have the June 7th uh,
Mm-hmm.
protest that was done by somebody. He may be an affiliate for whatever reason, but that was done by somebody uh, that brought in supporters from the Unity Party, but it was not the party that spearheading. That's the point. That spearheading it when Retire Suffering came on. It was not the Unity Party that put it, but certain people that are part of the Unity Party and some of them that are not part of the Unity Party. They put on Retire Suffering a rally and all those stuff. But when we put a rally, um, and we label it or CDC or CDC derivative or whatsoever, and
Mhm.
we begin to do that, then people will look at it that way. Of course, people can look at things. It doesn't really matter. They will always make decisions when it comes to this way. But that is the point that I'm making. Anytime President Buakai and then Vice President and President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, anytime they come here, I was chairman of the Unity Party. We send invitation to CDC. We send invitation to every Liberian. And when we go, yes, we may have the Unity Party logo or things like that, but we make everybody to feel comfortable that this is for Liberia and President Sirleaf is president for Liberia and not for a political party. So we made sure that everybody get involved. When I started supporting President Weah, anywhere we go for CDC something, it was dominantly CDC. You have to buy um, the whatever beret and other those stuff. And anywhere we go, we had to be doing the chanting, even if it is in a place where you have other people and what have you. Those are ways of making things that well, the people think that the CDC party or the we are government is only for CDC people. The point that I'm making that President Weah's government was not just for CDC, for the Liberian people. And the problem in the country now is facing Liberian people and not just CDC. Okay, even though citizens that are in uh, 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 tenure position, they are removing some of them from there. But let the problem be the problem of the Liberian people instead of us making it partisan. That's the point
Okay.
that I'm making.
Yes,
Okay.
yes,
Mhm.
yes. It makes sense. Yeah, it should be for Liberian people. It shouldn't just be like, oh yes, oh, only sedition are facing what happening in the country. Even those people who voted for President Wakai, they are all complaining. You see, there are people I know we were loggerhead during the campaign. Okay, CDC United Party. And today they will say, "Oh, my man, Masale, forget Latin, our capital, this and that, all kind of thing. Let's go back to our normal activities." Some people they are everybody. So as you say, yes, it should be for the Liberian people. It shouldn't be labeled under sedition. Even United Party partisans, they will not come out to say, the way sedition coming out to talk against the government. Some of them they are working in the government, some of them voted for the government. And one time you can see some of them they can even say call on national radio and they will express their frustration and disappointment in the government. Like what you say, yes, that it happened in the Western world. Like where we are, I think there are some president in this country, former president, since they left power, they gone back to what they were doing in this country. You see, what you say, basically, yeah, President Weah can go back to do a humanitarian where everybody know he's a peaceful man, and he said the standard bearer for his party. Maybe when some of these things happening, yes, and he tell them y'all go this way, y'all go this way, and give them the advice. But Liberian people, they trust, they confident, they hope, they respect, they believe they get in President Weah. Even when somebody go out there, they say something. So no, those people they were not ready to take it serious. But when President Weah come out and say this, we know how the country can be. Why you say yes, it makes sense. Absolutely. You see, but that thing, those things happen in the Western world. But for Africa and our Liberia now,
We
President
gotta
Weah,
we
the way
gotta introduce
President
it
Weah
there.
looking in our country, he will say, okay, yeah, Jefferson Koji, this is what I want you to do. Okay, yeah, he tell the secretary or the party chairman, this is what I want you to do. They will go out, they will talk. But people will not ready take it to be that way. But even a president will come out and say a war or even say hello, even that to United Party people, they will say, President, we are saying hello today. They will take it big. And then what he says. So why you say yes, absolutely, it makes sense. But for Liberia, one president, we are not coming to say something or to do something. Like everything that happening in our country. Even if president we are not talking, he decide to just leave everything. Tell they like different thing we're talking. But because people believe in him, they only listen to him. That's why you see all those things are happening. It's always going under control because he been a peaceful man. He maintained the peace in our country. So that is why people believe in him. People want to hear his word. Even if he says Solomon go and say this, Solomon will go and say it. People will hear it. But when they not hear it for President Weah, he said, so people will take it serious, but a minority will take it serious. So that just the problem there. Why you say
Yes,
after today it makes sense? Mm-hmm.
that is the thing. The thing you have to brand people, you have to make people,
Yes.
and the message. Look, most people when they talk, they want to say, "Oh, we can do this. We know how to behave violently. We know how to do this. We know how to do that." Everybody knows that somebody can do something, but you are in leadership and you maintain the peace. So sometimes what the people are doing and you do differently. Of course, I know the Democrat through Michelle Obama, they said something, but they said if they go uh, high,
Go
we should go
low.
low,
Yes. When
and
they
other
go
that.
low,
Yeah,
when they
so
go
those
high, you go low.
so those were some political statement that they were making. But again, President Weah is a fine, good gentleman. Even throughout of his life, he has been like that. He because of what God has made him to be, he maintained the peace. He took all the curses that they put on him, whether cursing his mom, his grandmom, his wife, and everybody connected to him. He withstood that, and then he maintained a peace. Now that he's no longer in the top position, and all the political party they have their chairman, they have their leadership. So if the leadership, for me, I know Gray. I've been hearing about Gray even during the Ellen Bacard, administration. There came a point that Ellen had to invite Oscar Gray to a meeting because the way he was looking at things. Then when he came in government and all those stuff, that was a different thing. So we know people who they have the tendency, if you don't make noise, then the Liberian people they don't look at you. But you make noise. When you make noise, then you get your way. It's like you have a child and they just have this disruptive behavior. And anytime the child wants to get something uh, from from the parents, they say, "Oh, dad, please give me this," or "Mom, please give me this," and mom say, "No, no, no, no. We don't no, we're not going to do that." Even at this time, then that child start putting out disruptive behavior, started acting rude. Then they give the child whatever the child was requesting for, and that's how most of the politicians that we have over there, that's how they came to power, by going over there and being militant, speaking, threatening democracy, threatening the people. And then people look at it and say, "Well, this person is very vocal. The person, he deserved that." But we need to graduate from that. President Weah, he has traveled all over the world. He knows how government functions and so many things. He knows how to maintain the peace. He knows how to carry on the work of providing services. When things like that going on, say he's no longer the president, uh, he should be in the background. Anything that is going on, the way in which to approach it, even if the other people are putting pepper to it, the way to address it, it will be different than for them to make him to be the voice of the party. Then it means that you are overlooking or undermining the establishment. I'm not saying that's what he's doing, but then people look at it, "Oh, you honor money because you have the chairman of the party, you have other these people, you have other these people." Let them be able to bring the party together so that next time we will have a different branded party for the Liberian people to look at us, that we are not a children party as you guys thought we were, but this is what we did. And when the other people came to power, you see where they carry us. So we want for you people to come on board for the betterment of Liberia. That will be done. Then for people to be threatening the peace that President we are maintained for all of these years. Because of some of the things that are going on, that the Liberian people, they themselves, they can come to the realization and question the government and make sure that things are done. Government nowadays they will bypass the the uh, the constitution. They will create their own things, and then for it to look good. The same thing is happening here in the United States. Same thing happening in Great Britain. So globally, the way democracy is going, um, they're going by the typical example. Democracy means by rule by the majority. So if the majority want everybody to have one hand and they vote on it, they will cut everybody's hand and everybody will have one hand because of democracy. The people voted for it, and those are some of the things. We as Liberians and people that have talk show, we need to bring some of these things back to our various political party leaders, to our various political party uh, political party leaders and the church, how what should be the approach and things like that. So I think President Weah did the right thing by inviting the ECOWAS, and the people who say President Weah did not pay attention to the ruling of ECOWAS when it came to certain cases, but now he want to go to ECOWAS for ECOWAS to come to his rescue. So that is not fair. Yeah, they are right to say that there's
Okay.
things have to be balanced. And for me, I'm objective. I still support President Weah. I'm still
Mhm.
a sedition. I mean, I'm still a Unity Party partisan,
Mhm.
but I
Mhm.
support President Weah. And because I support President Weah, I'll continue to support President Weah until I see something differently. Somebody told me, but then why can you say you're no longer a Unity Party person? Uh, I say I'm just objective. It's not a political party that doing anything for the country. Individuals with their common sense and see how best we can bring development in our country. How well we can do this. For example, 2017, I established Avenue Community of Hope, and
Mhm.
later on, I got to know that. Where we are, they call it City of Hope. I said, well, we are the Hope people, Community of Hope, City of Hope, and things like that. So I admire them. I love the work that they are doing for our people in Liberia and beyond Liberia. So I still stand by the president, but I'm just giving my advice that there are some things that he can do to maintain the peace uh, for the betterment of the country.
Okay. All right. That's good. As I said earlier on, I actually appreciate the both of you. Input on this particular topic is something that is very, very much important. I won't really talk much on this particular issue, and you people have already said a lot. As you were talking, I was trying to make one or two contacts as to whether I can get the icon of today's discussion with, but I'm yet to see anything. And so, if I would have gotten something of such, definitely I would have looked into it. But anyway, thank you. You know, the points you people have stressed something that is very important. But let me just come up with it because there are other people from the other device of this particular discussion who have the opinion that the former president being uh, the the political leader of the Congress for Democratic Change, and someone who, over the period of time, has been humiliated by this UP administration. And also, looking at the way things are going, I love the way one of you put it. I think it was Mr. Mansale who said that. You know, the former president is somebody who is noted for peace and ensuring that the peace and stability and the democracy of our country were protected. That brings me to this particular, saying before we go quickly to the line. At times there are times, you have a parents in a home gives out responsibilities to the kids or even the mother. And when the father notices that responsibilities are being given out to people, one way or the other, there are things that are happening probably that will bring shame to the family. That alone can make the father to to rise up to the occasion and to take certain actions, right? I'm not in any way saying that those parties hierarchies of the CDC are not doing their job, but I'm trying to link this to what you have said. As you people rightly put it, I read the former president's communication, and one of the things that I actually underline is the issue that has to do with ECOWAS intervention to protect the democracy of our country. That's one of the things. And so everybody has that opinion. As you said, there are other people who talked about the former president's when he was a president, he never adhered to some mandate from the ECOWAS, and coming to the time he trying to, all this kind of thing. But again, let us hear from our callers. Again, we sincerely apologize that we did not come on time, and so we just extend a little time. Yes, that was due to the internet problem, and so uh, let's see. Let quickly recognize a few of our followers here before going to the telephone line. We have Henry King. He said, "Good morning to the people of Freedom Radio Liberia," and followed by Boeman Oben Tokiadi says, "Good morning." Okay, we have James Dennis, followed by Patricia John, followed by that's the man Waiton, I think Waiton Ketter, Tatu Willie, yes, Mamadou Fan is here, and Helena Wilson, Jefferson Carter also is here, following us, and Jenkins Johnson. There are many of you who are following us, and many of those people are like agreed. But let me come to the text from Willie. He says, because right after the CDC took over, you guys came up with the CPP. So most of the protests were not directly UP protests, but it was done by an institution that the UP was part of. All right. Okay. So, I love this kind of, you know, opposing, dissenting opinions when it comes to this kind of thing. All right. So we are here. We now go to our telephone line, activate our telephone line. You can now put in your calls on 0776 104 0886 500 are the numbers to call and be a part of the discussion this morning. Let's hear from you. Former President Weah, during the course of last week, wrote the Economic Community of West African States, that ECOWAS, and ECOWAS responded to the former president's communication and were told of the main thing today. So, what do you make of the stand that was taken by the former Liberian president? Was he right to have written the ECOWAS? And what do you make of the ECOWAS? Can I say a timely intervention? Yeah, or response to the former president's communication. So let's get this person on the line, who happens to be our very first caller. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. You are live. Okay, so you just have to walk away from your monitor if you call back. So this person, good morning. Good morning. So 0776 104 0886 500 are the numbers to call this person. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, you are live. Your name and where are you joining us from? Yeah, sis couple, go ahead.
Wastewater over there.
Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm.
Or anything they say in a country they talk about protest and they can always Waka for you can always attack CDC party headquarters.
Mm.
And the day Waka say as president in the country, what their sedition, that's not until they go in protest this, that. Even the people they want to put that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they not sedition, but when they talk about protest, they Waka go make it.
Hello? Yes, go ahead. You are live. Okay. All right. So, let's see whether we can get this next person on the line. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, you are live. Your name and where are you joining us from? Okay, go ahead. You are live. Mhm. Mhm. Mm. Okay. Okay. You have spoken your mind. Let's hold you there and get this person on the line. Good morning. Good morning. Your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, my name is Bravo, political
Mm.
and CTC and political leader are very peaceful people. More 2005 guys came with a thing comes to our party and got not done our party. 2011 when the real color of this happened. This president, George Mario, we are making the peace for all the time, even though during campaign when he was serving as president, but the thing was more at this area party, but the struggle to the Juma Puaka. President, we are making the peace. Today, we give power peacefully, even though some of us have issues, but our issues are not really the country issues above all the peace will be maintained by President Weah, and now President Weah can power over to Joseph Juma Braka is completely for him to maintain the peace. For him to always continue they respecting the peace and our people who stood on the line and fought for him. I think does not want the government. We want to make it even when we take the reason he continues to provoke instability. We can show them that our party is full of Islamic chaplain. If we take men are not there, you try it again, you will get more than what you can. You cannot do it.
Okay. All right. Let hold you there and get this other person. Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning. Your name and where are you joining us from? All right. You've been following the discussion. Go ahead.
Yeah, my brother knows that. When I would have just taken the violence and the party for the we take it from all powers and then they're going to just how they want to bring it how we give it back.
Okay. The next person. Good morning. Good morning. This person. Good morning. Hello. Okay. So 0776-104-104, 0886 500-104 are the numbers. This person. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Your name and where exactly are you joining us from?
My name keep calling from Fribourg.
Okay, Jala, go ahead.
Yeah, you know, it's not doing Georgia. It's not Georgia presidency.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
When you say unity party, when I put the unity party as well,
Mm.
you said when I put the unity party, Carol said you put it. Or unity party and the other political party, they put together after what they put it.
Mm.
Everybody,
Okay, so we are finding a bit difficult. Hope you can just call back. We really appreciate that. This person, okay, we can continue with you. Let's jump to the next person. Good morning.
Hey, go
Good
us
morning.
before.
You need to walk. Okay, so I don't know if you call, please walk away from your monitor, please. We are kindly appealing to you. All right, so keep playing the Freedom Cash giveaway. Any moment from now, we'll be calling on some of our winners as well. So let's go back to the line and get this person. Good morning. I'm fine, Chief. You are live. Go ahead. Your name and where are you joining us from?
I am Senator according to Single. I
Okay.
want to press on what Brother Solomon just said.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Brother Solomon said that George Williams should just relax and what I think.
Mm.
The first step in George Williams is stop. Party,
Mm.
they go to or CC party, they stop George Williams. George Williams never even commented. It was only the citizens, his followers, that were not even citizens, they were commenting.
Mm-hmm.
And he told them to leave it, not to use that via the laws that he built. Number two, where these people then went and did that act to tap in this August, they never did it on Broad Street to attack citizens. They went right at the party headquarters to attack citizens. Then he said, Joe, I'm going to lay back and don't say anything. I don't think it's right. What Brother Solomon said, and they fought against it.
Okay.
Say anything back, you know.
Mama said this is supposed to be on the bed. Mama said this is supposed to be on the bed. This is supposed to be on the bed.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Let's get this other person. It's exactly 1 o'clock. Let's get 5 more callers and go back to our team. So this person, good morning. I'm fine. What's about you? Okay. All right. So tell us your name and where exactly are you calling from? Okay, go ahead, Colin. Mm.
So for that, electricity people to be dying or suffering, but the harm of people that can't be
Mm.
but they are we are forced to be sure. What we're doing is we are the body of brother when it kills my other guy, about the good of us, some of all of these.
Okay.
Some of us and back and all get missing for that. Money when Jay and Joel ask money back. But the question was about all the time get missing. So Joel to me for the sake of peace, I should focus on that because thing and levy. But now seeing into that government, you say one thing, Joel is going down when we tell her say the boy is one of very high on that shopping all about we have one. Okay, we have across the road, I'm a counter the sample, and if I did, I'm all the way to the horse, to the air to you, to the woman. That's what they start doing. After all, they're in the past, but they don't want to doing anything to my man. I don't know, I mean, anything was standing. He went to today. So what me on now, I'm like, bro, okay, peaceful mind. we're not gonna kind of because they was gonna be able to go on with all of the other way to operate.
Okay. All right. So let's get this other person. Good morning.
Yeah,
You are live. Your name and where are you calling from?
okay, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, Chief. You are live. We are running out of time. Okay. So let's get this next person. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, so 0776 0886 500 are the numbers to call this person. Good morning. You are live. Your name and where are you joining us from, Chief?
I'm Coco Ware from Coware, Upper Coware.
Coco, go ahead.
When I want to tell the former president that the meeting everyone want to have with him, they should not hold him by his nose. Whatsoever discussion they will have, he should get back to the party before he will give any positive or negative answer to everyone. Besides that, I want to inform the Baka government for CDC. CDC is a grassroots party. CDC have information from Grand Crew on the southeastern region. All the elements in the southeast, they are part of CDC. So Baka leader, they have more power than CDC. The southeast, especially the crew element, Baka should remember we fought government before. We can remember the South government.
Okay, all right. Okay, yeah. So the next person, two more callers, and go back to our team. This person, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Donald. I'm James Norman Kamara. I'm the leader of the Liberation Rights Movement Liberia.
Okay.
Thank you very much for this kind of deliberation on your show as it relates to current voting issues in our country.
Mm-hmm.
Continue to appreciate your Freedom FM because you are here for the Liberian people. Your freedom.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we continue to appreciate all of you that take upon your time. Even though it's not easy working in such an environment, people will see that you are getting everything, but it's not easy.
That's good. It's good to the point, Chief.
Yeah, to the point, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
To the point, let me appreciate President, former President George Manabia for writing a communication to the ECOWAS body because even tomorrow people are here, ECOWAS do not solve no problem why Nigeria should continue to complain to ECOWAS. We have to complain to ECOWAS because we are member of the ECOWAS. So if we see that the peace and stability that we have in our country is running all ahead, it's being jeopardized. A government that is empowered and has the bigger resources to be able to protect the lives of the ordinary Nigerians. It is, as you say, just a folks against the activism because I don't think it is a crime for one to be a member of a political party. What you do is, with the government, if you want to enforce the law, enforce the law. If anybody that is being caught, you should be able to deal with them according to the law. You cannot say you're enforcing the law and you're enforcing the law, you are breaking the law. The law enforcement officer should not be a lawbreaker. Police or other law enforcement officers are there to protect life and property. But if you are throwing stones back at peaceful citizens, then it means you are not there to protect the ordinary life, but indeed you are there to use the government with the ordinary people because you want for the government to perpetuate the people in leadership to perpetuate power. And then when that continues to happen, the people will like to dance back. And if the one we are all afraid of, that we don't want for it to happen, but likely happen in the end where our peace and stability will be jeopardized because now Nigeria have a friend now.
Okay. All right. Thank you. This person happens to be our very last caller. Good morning. Your name and where are you joining us from? I'm fine, Chief. Go ahead. Hello? Yeah, you are live. Go ahead. Okay, so I think we have to get this next person on. Yeah, so go ahead. Your name and where are you joining us from? Very quickly. You say your name again? Okay, I don't really know what is happening, but let's see whether we can squeeze this person in. If not so, we'll go back to our team. Your name and where are you joining us from? You say your name? Okay, Eugene, go ahead.
I have two issues regarding this topic. First, let me say thank you for the topic of this. Looking at the issue regarding ECOWAS decision, Rwanda, in the town person, we have an equal, that we are respect equal. No, we first know that the Senate called jurisdiction into our law. So probably we are it's not a law for our country, and the country's law for taking his or action. So, I beg President Joseph Iwapwaka to stop disturbing or obstructing the movement of sedition. People that are citizens, they give power peacefully and expect you to give them respect to them. So we need peace in this country. We need all the parties to govern our country. That we will go back to right? So if pan cabin or kiss me barbecue or pangana rabbit job, whichever things we all go back to things.
Okay.
We're still with it.
All right. Okay.
All right.
Okay. Thank you so much. We are out of time, and yes, we are not taking any more call here. So now that transition over to our team. At least respond to some of those concerns that were raised by you, the callers, and also get their parting comments as well. And so, beginning with Mr. Masale. Mr. Masale, listen to the callers. What do you have to say about some of those things that were raised by them?
Yeah, we listening to the caller and we say thanks to them for their contribution on the show. Yes. You see, I think all in all we continue to say the same thing. We want peace in Liberia. Liberia is all we have, and everything we say Liberia first, Liberia last. Peace first, peace last in every country around the world. Everybody praying for peace. Even if you people suffering, there is no food, things are hard in the country. But once the country is peaceful, nobody thinking, oh, the way the country looking hard. We see anytime this will happen, or anytime that will happen, it's not good. Let our country be peaceful. If we eat gari, if we eat cassava to sleep, let eat cassava, let eat gari, we sleep in peace instead of sleeping in pieces. You see? So that's just my own take there. What President Weah did, it was a great step by trying to tell ECOWAS to invite them to read them on what is happening in the country. As they are there, we'll wait to see what they are going to discuss with the president and the former president, and we pray for peace. We want a peaceful country. And I continue to say this, President Boakai, you are the president for the Republic of Liberia and all Liberians. You are not a president for a political party. The time for political party is over. It is time for you to govern. That campaign time here now. You ran campaign, you are all in the ring. That time is over. Now you have won the election. You should be happy that you are now the president and to govern the country the right way with all those experience that people say you had. You will come to change the country. But I think this government, this is 7 to 8 months now. For me, I stand to be corrected, but I have not yet seen any changes. Well, I know the former president, when he took over in less than 3 months, we started seeing things then that were going on in this country. But there our president, he's just traveling from one place to another, signing MOU, nothing he bring it back to the country. If you get nothing to bring to the country, start traveling. All that money you're using, I think you can be there to better up all the country or do something with for the country than to be traveling and bringing nothing back to the country. The irresponsible and incompetent president we had, for each time he travel, he used to come by with something in the country. But you now, as an experienced president, you travel and come by empty-handed. And this is not what we expect to see. But let's wait, because even the government is not yet formed. There are other places like Solomon can always say the we nation. Up to now, they are left out. And even myself, I hear even up to now where I'm coming from, we don't even say high commissioner, nothing, and they can't in the whole area. So the government are not yet been formed. So we give them 1 year. Maybe after forming the entire government, maybe things will start going the right way. But all I can say is peace we want in Liberia. Even no matter how things are hard in the country, but when the country is peaceful, I think we feel it. So we want the president to prioritize peace in that country. If you forget about all the division that in the country, let him fight. He been in government for a very long period of time. He should know all those strategies, those methodologies to put in place to be able to govern our country and make it as peaceful as it is. When Madam Sedi were there, when President Weah were there, the noise is too much in the country, too much division, and we expect it to be like that. So to the callers, we say thanks for taking your time to contribute on the show. We respect your view. We appreciate your contribution as well, and we pray for a better Liberia. We pray let our president really put his act together to govern the country. The first and foremost thing he need to do is to reconcile and unite with the Liberians. Once he reconcile that country and we are united, even when we eating cassava to go to bed, until we feed it, then you eating cassava to go to bed and you are somehow frustrated. Any president that takes over, unity should be your message. Unity should be your first priority. But if you will put it aside when your citizens are talking, you say you owe them no apologies, that alone is not good for a country as a
Okay.
sitting president.
Mhm.
So I pray our country should be peaceful. I pray ECOWAS should have a successful meeting with both the past and the present president. And after that meeting, we pray for peace in our country. Till then, I say good night from my end. And by God's grace, hope to be back tomorrow on the night time Spain. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. So it's now up to you, Mr. Reeves.
Thank you very much. Sorry, I think it is raining here heavily, so
Okay.
probably you can hear the sound of the rain on my AC.
My own
Mhm.
Uh,
already stopped.
but again, I want to say many thanks to our callers. Of course, there were some that misunderstood uh, my point. I was not telling the president cannot talk. What have you? And we know that what the government, the Kung Waka Kung government, what they're doing is very, very wrong. But targeting the opposition, that is very, very wrong, and that should be it should be stopped. Um, but what I was saying is that when Unity Party was when they were in power, uh, we know when we were in power, we know how we what we did to the opposition and what have you. And then when CDC came to power, we saw how the CDC, I mean the opposition, Unity Party, how they grew themselves, and whatever they were doing it as the country or the people doing A, B, C, and D. We who support the president uh, should be able to encourage CDC so that CDC can work with the citizenry. There are other oppositions. I know that only portion of Liberty Party uh, and Unity Party maybe or maybe some other political party that make up the Buckeye government, something. So if we come together as the opposition party and then we flag some of these things that are going, it would not say, oh, CDC is doing this. The Liberian people honor a banner of a specific group. For Unity Party, that was the CPP. That they were doing that. And then after that, the next protest was organized by the former UN representative of the Unity Party, uh, Mr. Brown. I think his name was Mr. Brown, who engineered the Retire Suffering movement, protest group. So the Unity Party, they know what to do, how to do it, so that their party will not be tinted black. And I think we also should be able to do what we can do so that the party will not just be singled out that the party is full of this. Look, when somebody is bringing in insightful words, sometimes
I think
the
you were actually talking about Mr. Louis Brown, right?
yeah, Louis Brown, yes.
Okay.
So so if people are saying insightful word, and I come out as a standard bearer of the party or the political leader of the party, and I even repeat some of the line that those people are talking about, that will defeat the purpose for what I stand for. As a peaceful person, there are ways I can word some of those words that will not appear insightful. So that's what I was saying. It would be good for the president, who is the political leader, to work with the team and then to guide the team to represent his agenda, to represent his image. And I said the same thing. Barack Obama, Bill Clinton, all these top uh, Democratic Party, uh, former presidents of the Democratic Party, uh, they in the background, but they work with the political party of various leaders in the country. And what decision the party will make, the party will make the decision. That's what I was saying. But I'm not saying President Weah should be quiet or he should not say or anything. But there are some stuff that president can say. There are some languages the president can use. For example, uh, people killing, people doing all kinds of things. And the president said, look, we are against all of these unnecessary killings that are going on to our people, or against criminal behavior that are going on our people. We condemn those things, and we know that we are one country. And if we begin to do this, then we not maintain the fragile peace that we have been keeping. So in order for Liberia to be one Liberia, so that we can move forward, we need to come together. When you make those statements, nobody will look at the statement and say, "Oh well, the president, what he said is insightful." Even though you have the right to say some things, but the way in which those things will be said, even if your political party chairperson or secretary general or whosoever, if they come out and make such a statement that you think that it can be worded differently to maintain the peace and stability, that can be done. But it is very, very wrong for the Unity Party government to attack CDC. They don't have the right to carry fake document to say we're going to search the political party headquarters. There are other political parties headquarters in Liberia that 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 are there. It's not just CDC. Even if somebody said rumors that somebody ran inside here with drug, you want to chase the president, so you bring a whole battalion to start a shooting in the compound. Those things are very, very wrong, and they are provoking President Weah, so that President Weah will come from out of his good nature as a peace ambassador, as a peaceful person who gave power back to the people, just like that. That's why they're trying to provoke President Weah to come to what they want. And we are encouraging President Weah not to come to that level, if they go high, we should come low to take the rightful decision. And that's why he made by bringing in ECOWAS so that they can listen to what is going on. Because it was ECOWAS soldiers who came into Liberia, and most of those people, the soldiers died just for our civil conflict. So, President, we did the right thing of inviting ECOWAS for the situation that is unfolding in the country. So that was a good move that he made.
Mhm.
And I don't think the chairman of the party was going to make that. I don't think the secretary general of the party was going to make that. But because of his leadership and because of his peaceful nature, that's why he took that route. So I really want to applaud the president for the route. But sedition, we should not make Liberia to be, a sedition and other people a non-sedition. We are all Liberians and we need to work together for the betterment of our country. Thank you very much for listening to our conversation. I think we need to talk more and more about this, how we can maintain the peace and build our country together. Thank you.
All right. So many thanks to every one of you for your parting comments as well. This is great. It's a very great thing here, and I want to appreciate every one of you for this contribution you are making to the peace building of our country, and you know maintaining the peace of our country. This is good. It is our responsibilities when these things come about to be able to come up and talk to our people, explain to our people, make our people understand about the happenings of the day so that they can be able to take precaution. So a peaceful Liberia is what everybody needs. A peaceful Liberia is what we want. Is something as Mr. Masali stated, it would be better that we even eat the, the dry rest in peace, and we are happy than to, go the other route. So peace is what we need in Liberia here. So no matter who you are, no matter your political parties, these things of politics, we can talk then, and people express their concern about things that are happening in the country, but they should not take us on the other side. So we hope to get an update from the planned meeting with the former Liberian president, and also I wish that ECOWAS meet the current president, and that of the the past president, so that they can be able to have these kind of things as settle in a wake of maintaining the peace of our country. And so tomorrow will be another great edition of the program, the nighttime spin with our team, and that will be my own senior brother Anthony Stevens will be here. That's today. Yes, today he will be here. To drive you through. So thank you so much. I want to say thanks to all of our Facebook viewer, our social media viewers, and also our people in Radio Land. We say thank you for your text messages. Thanks for your calls. Thanks to those of you who tried to call and but who could not make your way through. And it is not just easy to get through. So thank you so much. I've been here. I'm Stephen Conton, and thanks to our team. So good night to every one of you. Okay, all right. So folks want to say